Hello, everyone. I believe we are live once again with Inside Timer Live. I'll welcome you all and I invite you to introduce yourself, to say hello to everyone who's here before we start the session. I always give you a moment or two to settle in and to take your time to think about what is your intention behind this session. Intention is arguably one of the most important things that you must have before starting this session or anything for that matter. So think for yourself just for a moment why you are here and what would you like to take away from this session together with us. I'm just going to quickly look at the wonderful, all my friends are here. Dave, Christine, Charlotte. I'm sorry, some technical difficulties. Caroline. Beautiful. Welcome you all. Jen, Yvonne, Nola. I welcome you all. To learn how to be more self-compassionate, Lynn says, as an intention. Jan says to be more present. All wonderful intentions. Let me just scroll up a bit. Sharon obviously is here. Thank you, Sharon. Amy. The comments are coming so quickly. I'm not able to stream them all. But that's wonderful. So first of all, I'd like to thank all of you for your presence and for being here. All of you who support me as a teacher here on Inside Timer and sending messages, supporting me through your donations, through your presence in the circle I created. The conversation is really wonderful there. That's how I connect with most of you, through that circle, where you can always ask questions, say or comment on the session or about what's going on with you. Everybody's welcome, and we have a wonderful thing going on there. As you can see, it's not just me, but so many other meditators, wonderful members of the circle, reply to the messages, and I think we have something special going on. So please join if you can, Tomek Circle. Today's topic is about connecting body and mind. This is something that it's very close to my heart. Particularly right now, where I experience a lot of, I would say, disturbance, but also mind wandering. And my challenge that has been recently highlighted in my life is how the inner chatter, the inner conversation that my mind receives dominates my life. And this is something that it is very difficult, because we know that thoughts lead to emotions, and then emotions in turn, when kept for a long time, lead to actions, and all of that determines our life. As humans, we are here to make choices, and the better choices we make, the faster we learn, the better quality of our life, the better quality of our consciousness, and the faster the growth. So I believe that the topic of connecting body and mind is very, very important, because many of us, including me, we forget during the day this very obvious and yet underrated connection. Tuning in to that physical body that is the vessel for your consciousness and experiencing how it feels to be in your body. And those sensations are frequently an amazing source of wisdom about your emotions, about your thoughts, about even your needs, I'd say, because things as simple as thirst or hunger is just an information that your body gives you, so you can act on this information. But not only that, there's also information about your current state of mind, your breath, the tightness in your chest, and the discomfort. It's an indication of how you feel. And by connecting that intellectual process that comes from your mind with the sensations of your body, it's a wonderful, wonderful way of tuning in into the present moment, into the isness of things. I always repeat that when you are aware of what's going on in your body, and for instance, stay connected with your breath, you cannot possibly in the past or in the future. You cannot breathe in the past. You cannot breathe in the future. You cannot be connected with your inner sensations and allow your mind to wander. So when you think about it, by connecting those two things, bringing your mind to the bodily sensations and to the inner landscape of your body, it's a wonderful, simple way of bringing yourself to the present moment. And through that, you allow all those emotions that sometimes rule your day, you allow them to come to the second plan and come back to yourself through the simple action of connecting body and mind. And what I really like about the technique of body scan is that this is a very quick process. The moment that you engage your mind to recognize the sensations in your body is the moment when you become present. And the mind wandering or the inner chatter, inner dialogue, the commentary that in my case constantly going in my head, all of a sudden is not there. Or at least it is very easy for me to focus on that. So taking body scan beyond just a meditation practice that we are going to do in a moment, it is something that helps me tremendously to disengage from strong emotions when I experience them during the day. So for instance, for whatever reason, I may feel anxious or upset. Even now, talking to you, there is some certain pressure that I'm here in front of all those audiences and you are here. But the moment I focus on, for instance, tension in my stomach, it allows me to bring all this into perspective. And take, for instance, if I'm tense, all right, there's a tension in my stomach. How about I deeply breathe in and breathe out. And as we speak, I can experience the tension softening, slowly dissipating. And how long did it take me? 10, maybe 15 seconds. And that's something that I practice on a daily basis in those moments when I think that I need to come back to myself. And this is something that I invite you to do for yourself. not only during the meditation practice when you sit on a cushion in the morning or in the afternoon or in the evening, but also during the day when you struggle with something, or even better so, when you are happy and experience something very positive. Tune in into your body and see how does your body feel. And more you practice this very simple technique of connecting your mind with the bodily sensation, you will reprogram your subconscious mind to be more attuned to all those positive experiences that usually pass by so quickly. I frequently use this example of our mind is like a Velcro to all those bad emotions and thoughts. They're very sticky. And it's like a Teflon to all these positive experiences and wonderful things that happen to us. But through anchoring those good experiences, those desirable experiences, through connecting with bodily sensations, next time your body and mind become more sensitive to those experiences and allow you to be more present when they happen, which is kind of the point to the whole of life, to see life for what it is, but also allow yourself to experience the beauty, experience the joy of life that comes from many things around us, from nature, from interaction with your friends, even from drinking coffee. I must say I had an amazing cup of black coffee this morning, which I enjoyed tremendously. But if I'm not present when I take the sip of that wonderful coffee, what happens? It's simply something that I ingest without any awareness of how tasty it is. So once again, connecting your body and mind, and importance of it. And today I'd like to invite you to practice this simple technique with me and see how it goes. So perhaps before we start, you have any questions, any comments? I will look at the chat right now and see if we can do something before we start. Yeah, Christiana says, yes, my inner chatter too difficult. Lorelli, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your name, say connecting body, mind, and heart. Yes, absolutely. That's a very good point. Okay. Jamie says, what about for people who are experiencing pain? It is hard to focus on that. This is, Jamie, this is a wonderful and very important question. And something what I've taken from Sharon, my partner, is she just came back from 10-day Vipassana retreat. And this is something that is, it's an incredible challenge, rewarding, however a huge challenge. And you sit in meditation for about 10 hours a day, which even for me as a seasoned meditator, it's an incredible treat. And inevitably what you experience when you sit for such a long time is physical pain. Your body aches, not used to such prolonged periods of sitting. And yet, through the practice of meditation and focusing on bodily sensations without attaching any particular label, good, bad, pleasant, unpleasant, you learn, however slowly, how to detach the mind or our typical judgment from even pain. And this is something that is consistent with my experience during one of the retreats, when I think, if you remember, with one of the sessions, I mentioned that after hours and hours of sitting, I started experiencing lower back pain. However, this time, because of the meditation practice, somehow I was able to observe the pain and still feel the pain without the intellectual label that I normally give it and the resistance that comes with it. So it is sitting with pain. It's certainly a very difficult thing to do, but again, something that we learning to appreciate. And it is possible. However, not easy. Robin asks, slightly off topic, but what's the best way to support your Nissatama patron? Guys, it is your choice. Whichever way feels right to you to support me, it is absolutely fine by me. Something that I always want to mention in terms of supporting me financially is only do it when you find something of value in those sessions. This is a very important point. There's an exchange of energy that is happening right now, and you have to receive something in order to give something back. This has to be an exchange of some sort, that you getting a value and we all getting some sort of value through that. So always keep that in mind when doing any sort of donations. Make sure that you got something first out of this session. Maybe one more question before we start. How do you stop dwelling and move past thoughts? Well, Miriam, this session is all about that. There are many different ways, and there are books and tomes written about that. But this, for me, is something that I practice on a daily basis. Every time you find yourself, you are aware that your mind wanders and you dwell onto something. Connect with your body sensations and ask yourself, how does it make you feel? Where are you at? And as Eckhart Tolle says, the present moment and the power of now, or the power of now, is to dissolve all those things and allows us to look at the life the way it is, rather than through the filter of all those thoughts and emotions that we are frequently dominated by. Okay. How about we just put all those thoughts into practice? And if you have more questions, I'll be happy to answer them at the end of the session, or as I mentioned before, in the circle, to which you're always welcome, and I have simply more time to do it there. Okay. So how do you guys all feel right now? Starting this exploration of your body and mind. I feel very grateful to be here. Meditating with you always is a wonderful experience. It's very different to where I sit by myself, or even when I record my meditations. So I'm very grateful for your presence and for you co-creating this space for me as well as for yourself and other meditators. Okay. So, as you acknowledge the way you are right now, settle down and recognize that this is a perfect place to start. It is a process, moving from moment to moment, and observe the changes that occur along the way. And in this practice, the only way you will be engaging your intellect is through connecting to your sensations. Without judgment, without saying, oh, I want this, oh, this is good, this is pleasant, this is unpleasant. Simply focus on the sensations as we passing through the energy of the body. And sometimes you feel those sensations, and sometimes you will not. And that is okay. That is okay. Because every time you're aware of presence or absence of those sensations, you are in the present moment. And you are building your ability to hold the awareness. So let's do just that. Please take a couple of deeper breaths, as I just did. This brings my body and mind into that starting point. It's a signal for my body and mind. This is time to start. Allow your eyes to close. Take the meditative position that you usually you take. I normally rest my feet on the floor and my hands in my lap. Sometimes I roll my shoulders to release any initial tension. And I start directing my attention inward. There are still things happening outside. There are sounds. There's the sound of my voice. And many other things. However, our intention goes within. And we try to be diligent. We try to really persevere through this practice. And right at the beginning of this session, as an intention, ask yourself to do just that. Doesn't matter what happens outside. Doesn't matter what the circumstances. You strongly intend to come back and stay with those emotions and give it a very good try before you judge the effectiveness of this practice. So first of all, recognize any immediate sensations in your body. Maybe some sore spots. Maybe pain for those of you who are in pain. Any immediate sensations that come to you. And recognize them for what they are. These are usually a wonderful point to start because it gives you a reference to the intensity. Usually our mind is drawn to the high intensity sensations. They are easy to spot and easy to connect with. And that's their value. Also recognize that in this very moment, you are okay. You are safe. You are in a safe place. You're about to spend a couple of minutes with yourself and with other meditators that recognize that you collectively embark on a journey of exploration, of being with yourself, learning about yourself. So we start a body scan from the top of your head. And as you carry on, simply tune in with your awareness and scan for any sensations or lack of thereof. All of us will experience both sensations and the lack of them. Neither of it is good or bad. It simply is what it is. We come with intention of not judging it, but simply practicing connection and connecting with your body. So top of your head, muscles, bone structures. You may move around also slightly around your scalp in a circular fashion perhaps. Going slowly lower and lower. Moving towards your forehead. You may feel hotness or coldness or tingling or nothing at all. Include your eyebrows, the area around your eyes, cheekbones, come back slightly up and connect with your temples, your lips and the area around your lips. Connect with the muscles of your jaw, often a point of tension. That's where the intensity of sensations may be a bit stronger and therefore easier to connect with. Now move back towards your neck. Slowly moving lower from the base of your skull towards your shoulders. Move along the muscles and tendons of your left shoulder first. Slowly sweeping with your awareness of the muscles, bone structures of the left side of your neck and shoulder. Recognize how pleasant it is to actually be with yourself and connect with those sensations. Now move to the right and slowly include in your awareness muscles, bone structures, every single cell and the sensations that are coming from the left side of your neck and shoulder. Including parts of your upper back, and during this time it may happen that your mind wanders. And as you recognize this, simply bring yourself back. Bring your awareness to those sensations. And now let us move along left arm. Moving down slowly towards your elbow. From one joint to another. Sweeping with your awareness, connecting with the sensations. Stop for a moment in your left elbow. And then move along your left forearm. Moving slowly towards your hand, palm, top of your hand. Usually the intensity of sensations increases there because of the presence of all the nerve endings. The energy simply flows through your hands a bit faster. The sense of touch. Your hands are naturally more sensitive. Perhaps you can recognize each finger separately if possible. Feeling the tips of each finger. That's the area of the greatest sensitivity, and hence the easiest part to feel and connect with. Imagine taking a fingerprint, attaching with the awareness each tip of each finger. And now allow us to switch sides. And now move to your right shoulder. Starting from the top, moving awareness between one joint and another. Sweeping with your awareness and stopping as you connect and detect any energy pattern. Hot, cold, sharp, dull. There's no need to add those adjectives. I simply point you towards what you may or may not experience. There's no distinction, there's no pleasant, unpleasant, good or bad. It is only awareness of the energy within your body. Moving towards your right elbow. And right forearm. Cruising with your awareness, connecting along the way. Include your wrist. All the teeny tiny bones of your wrist. And move slowly towards your palm, top of your head, top of your hand. Perhaps sensing the increased energy in your palm. And once again, trying to connect with each finger separately. And once again, taking a fingerprint with your awareness. Wonderful. Now let us come back. And this time, move your awareness to your chest. Let's start sweeping. Start connecting. Moving awareness around your rib cage. Perhaps you can detect your heartbeat. Tuning in to gentle expansion and contraction of your chest as you breathe in and breathe out. connecting with the movement of the muscles around your ribcage. Moving towards your solar plexus, another important energy center. Slowly moving towards your abdomen. And this is, for me at least, a constant source of wisdom. Multitude of sensations coming from this part of my body, telling me a story about how am I doing right now. Although this time I do not connect with this story, but simply observe the sensations with curiosity. And perhaps you're able to notice how dynamic they are. The fluctuation of shape and temperature. Moving your awareness around the area of your abdomen. That includes all your vital organs. Now include your lower back, the muscles, bone structures. For those of you with lower back pain, this is a source of intense sensations. However, if possible, try to look at them as such, as intense sensations, maybe of a fiery nature. And yet, they are only sensations. And moving along towards your sit bones. Big muscle group full of vitality, responsible for grounding you. If you sit down around your sit bones, that's how the gravity acts. Now moving along your left leg. Again, moving from your pelvis towards your left knee. resting for a moment with your knee. And now moving along your calf and your shin. The energetic anatomy of your body that you connect with. Energetic pathway that you follow with your awareness. Blood flow and nervous system that passes, delivers information constantly. You simply follow the energy flow that is constant through your body. Moving towards your ankle, another important joint. And including your left foot, the upper part, and the sole of your foot. Again, try sweeping with your awareness back and forth from the tip of your toe to the back of your heel, as if using a paintbrush. And appreciating the sensations that come as a result of that sweep. And if possible, connecting with each toe separately, starting from the big toe and making your way through awareness towards a little toe. And before you move to your right leg, appreciate the energy flow from your pelvis through your entire left leg, scanning and feeling with your awareness, connecting with the sensations. Wonderful. And now moving to your right feet, exploring the area between your pelvis and your right knee. Major muscle group. Strong flow of energy. Your nervous system, circulatory system. Connect with all the vital energy that flows through this part of your body constantly. And now resting on your right knee. And now moving along your calf and your shin. towards your right ankle. Now, top of your right foot. And the sole of your right foot, as before, using your awareness to sweep, as if using a paintbrush, from the tip of your large toe to the back of your heel, feeling the sensations, connecting with the sensations. And moving your awareness, including each toe separately, starting with the big toe, moving your way towards the little toe. And now include the energy flow through both of your legs. Gross sensations that come to awareness. And now all the sensations of your abdomen and lower back. Sensations of your chest and upper back. Neck and shoulders. Head. And finally the tip of your head. Your scalp. And now, as the last action, include your entire body as a whole and recognize the flow of vital energy, circulatory system, nervous system, hormonal regulation, all the millions of things and billions of things, chemical reactions, cellular respiration happening as we speak, and our ability to move awareness as this happens. Acknowledging the beauty of your physical body, both physical structures and subtle energies that permeate through every cell, every organ, each part of your body. And imagine how you radiate this energy outwards. Radiate this vitality. Pulsating life itself. Your body and mind connected, working coherently in unison. A miracle of life. So to conclude, give gratitude first of all to the physicality of your body, to the ingenuity of this design, and recognize that you are in charge of this wonderful biological system. A proud owner, so to speak, of something that is of incredible value. And now to conclude, start slowly returning and use your physical senses to connect with the exterior, with the outside, with the room around you, all the sounds. Recognize the temperature of the air. And after extended period of stillness, start moving your toes slowly and gently and see how it feels. You are commanding your toes with your thoughts, something that you normally do but you never think about. Move and stretch your fingers, being aware of each movement. Now, very gently and slowly tilt your head to the left. Feel the muscles in your neck stretching and flexing. Tilt your head to the right. Feeling the muscles on the other side of your neck. Now back to the center. Let's take one deep conscious breath as we feel the expansion and contraction of your chest. In, chest forward, and out. And when you're ready, open your eyes and welcome back. If you have a glass of water, I encourage you to take a sip and hydrate. We are made out of water. Up to 70% of our body is water. So you need to make sure that we create a good environment for all the cells, all the organs, and all the action that is happening within us as we speak. Thank you so much. Perhaps you can share how it felt for you. I can speak only for myself. It was such a joy to be with you and connect with my physical body in your presence and do this technique with you. Absolutely incredible, fantastic. I feel invigorated. I feel energized. And I feel very grounded and present. So absolutely fantastic. Susan says, I felt like my body slowly slowed down and my heart rate dropped. That's exactly what happens during body scan. As you move your awareness towards the sensations that, again, and away from the emotional state and particularly ruminating about those things. So that's what we expect through the simple technique of a body scan. Great job. Elizabeth says, I was able to stick with most of this. My mind did wander some, but it came back. Of course. But this is still much better than what I feel most of the day, that my mind is not there. I'm not in my body. As James Joyce's Mr. Duffy. I frequently live a couple of inches away from my body, and this practice allows me to come back, even momentarily, before my mind wanders again. Lynn says, thank you. It felt different types of energies, especially in my feet. Absolutely. The more you practice connecting body and mind, the more acutely aware you are of those subtle energies, and you will be able to detect even more subtle changes. It's absolutely incredible. It's a joy to do this practice. And this practice has many benefits. The basic ones would be grounding you, centering you, and allowing you to disengage with the usual state. But it has many other benefits that you only can discover. It's a joyful exploration. Karen says, I love the foot stroking. This is something I learned during one of the workshops. That again, I imagine literally a brush, and you going back and forth, and it's incredible how you can actually feel the energy moving on the top of your sole, on the sole of your foot. So yeah, I absolutely love that. That's why I decided to include it in this practice. Karen says she's very relaxed. Yeah, that's one of the fruits of that. It's not necessarily the intention behind it, but it happens. You feel relaxed. Ellen says, wonderful to connect in real time like this. Indeed. I think these sessions are very special. They're very special for me, and I enjoy your presence very much. Vicky, beautiful feeling inside listening to your voice whilst orchids feasted in the paperback tree in front of me. I agree with you. Thank you for sharing that. We have our share of orchids. They look like teeny tiny, very colorful parrots. For those of you who don't know who orchids are, they come to our balcony. Beautiful, beautiful creatures. Thank you, Teresa. Charlotte asks, can you actually experience a blood pressure fall during a body scan? That's an excellent question, Charlotte. And my honest answer is, I don't know. But as you go deeper and deeper into the practice, I believe you certainly can influence your blood pressure. And it is known, actually, from the scientific research that with the very seasoned meditators who are attached to all the medical instruments, that heart rate, as well as blood pressure and the blood chemistry changes during meditation, and certainly that applies to body scan. I'm not sure if you can be aware of your blood pressure dropping, but it certainly can be one of the effects of the body scan, of lowering your blood pressure, coming to your body comes into balance as you continue. Sia says it was joy to connect you and the rest. I was amazing, very grateful. I'm grateful as well. Hey, Ursula, I'm finally releasing something. I hope so. Thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Katie says, I fell asleep a couple of times. It may happen. That's what your body needs is a bit of, it's a rest, it's sleep. I remember happened to me yesterday in the afternoon meditation. My body was very, very sleepy. It happens. It's just another information from your body that perhaps what you need is a good night's sleep, or at least a nap. Miriam says, do you do anything live seminars in Sydney? The moment I'm focusing on live through Insight Timer, but it is indeed my intention to also run live seminars and face-to-face seminars, because I would love to connect with as many as possible of you. So yes, keep sign up to my mailing list, or send me a message, and I'll certainly keep you posted. Okay, I think Ursula, something I couldn't release all day, wanted to cry but couldn't. Now I finally am. Sending love from London. Wonderful. That's amazing. That's the power of body scan. you connecting your body and mind. So thank you for sharing that, Ursula. So now to conclude, I want to thank you for your presence and for you being here and for all your support. Once again, if you found something beneficial for you, if something that is of use, consider donating money to the cause and help me to carry on with those sessions. I really appreciate that. And also, once again, I'm a big advocate of you joining Atomic Circle, the place where you can ask questions and connect on a daily basis with the community and carry on with the practice. We have a wonderful conversation going on there, and I'm certain you would appreciate. I would appreciate your presence there, and you would appreciate the conversation and the connection that we having there. And thank you for all those of you who keep that conversation going. And obviously, I'm only one of the participants in it, but it's certainly something that I enjoy tremendously. For those of you who missed part of the session, or I will shortly release this session on my YouTube channel, so you can rewatch it and meditate again with me, and maybe pass it to someone that you find could use this technique in their own circumstance, in their own life. So if you go to YouTube guided meditations Tomek, which is my name, you should find it, my channel there, and that's the way. Another way of connecting with me. And if you want to continue working together, I will have another session on Thursday. Depends on your local time. Today it was 7 a.m. in Sydney. On Thursday it's going to be 10 a.m. in Sydney, which Insight Timer should give you exact time in your time zone when that's going to happen. But I welcome you. Once again, we'll be dealing with at least I'll be dealing with my monkey mind and my compulsive thinking, this time through mantra. Another amazing tool that meditation gives us to work and to grow and to expand away from the programming, away from compulsive thinking. So please do join. If you want to be notified of those events, the easiest way is just to follow me on Insight Timer. Go to my profile, click the follow button and the bell to receive notification of anything that is happening and all the future events. Ursula asked, where is the circle you mentioned? It's on Insight Timer. The circle is integral part of Insight Timer. I'm going to type in Tomek Circle. Tomek's Circle. Just type it in and you're going to find it there. All right. Thank you so much for this session. Thank you for your presence, for all your comments, for all your support. I look forward to connecting with you next time. And have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wonderful evening, wherever you are. And until next time, bye-bye.